Hey, what is going on, Libras? Butch Tarot here. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Tattooed Tarot. I'm still doing Oracle cards, but I'm going to do it at the end. That way I can get right to the reading. With all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what message do we have for Libra? What is going on for Libra's universe? Universe, spirits, and guides, what message do we have for Libra? Can you show me for Libra? All right, Libra. So the first thing, we have some overall energy of, I'm going to flick the cards around, the Hermit. I feel like there's somebody that's really in their head. There's someone that's close to you now. For some of you, this can be someone new that just recently a new friend or a friend that you already have, but I definitely feel like this person's holding back. We have the Three of Cups, so I do see some sort of friendship. Any way I look at this, I feel like it starts in a friendship. And I feel like that's where the confusion is, the Hermit, that Virgo energy. I feel like this person has... I feel like this person having some really strong feelings towards you. Like, they're looking for that right one, and I feel like they have this really strong connection with you. We have a new love connection here. So I feel like this is something that this person is quite serious about. But I feel like this person... I get the feeling that this person is not telling you how they feel. We have the Eight of Swords, or Eight of Wands in reverse, and the Ten of Swords upright. I feel like they're kind of feeling a little bit defeated. I feel like they have a hard time knowing how you feel about them. I do feel like there's some flirtatious type energy. Like, not overly flirtatious, but there is some flirtatious type energy that you're putting out. So they kind of feel... their intuition is telling them there's definitely something there. But they're not listening. They don't know how to listen. They don't know if you're flirting with them because you like them or if you're just being nice, which is a common problem for Libras, because Libras are very... They can be a little bit hard to read. Like, it's kind of the energy, kind of like Sagittarius in that way. I'm a Sagittarius, is why I bring it up. Sometimes we're just being nice and people take us as flirting. With this, I feel like it's kind of the opposite. They don't know if... So, late nights, anxious energy. With this person, they don't... this isn't a quick moving energy. They really don't know what to do with it. But the more they wait on it, the more they sit on this, the more their feelings for you grow. I mean, there's this incredibly strong internal struggle within this person. They want to tell you. They want to tell you what's going on, but then again, like I said, we got the Queen of Swords in reverse, feeling like they don't really know how to tell you, or they don't know if they can tell you. What I do see is I don't feel like this person giving up, though. So that's first and foremost. Like I said, I don't see them giving up, even though they don't know what they're walking into. They don't really know what's coming out of this. Like with the Moon card, that Pisces energy. You know, I always look at the Moon card as, if you think about it, as we're walking into the forest, and there's this opening, this big field, and on either side there's a woods, and darkness surrounds. All you got is the light of the moon, so you don't know what's around. You know, and sometimes our imagination gets the best of us. Not knowing what's going on beside us, only being able to see straight forward. But like I said, it's not like they're giving up. I see a lot of almost like trying to figure it out for themselves. I see this person giving to you, showing up for you, putting in the work, not knowing what they're going to get out of it. But I mean, I feel like there's very generous energy from this person, like giving to you, you know, and I feel like this person going out of their way to be thoughtful, you know, doing thoughtful things for you. And that word thoughtful just came into my head. So not a lot of backstory or context really needed, but that's what I'm feeling. And we got the Queen of Cups as well. So it's a very nurturing energy. You know what I mean? Like this person doesn't know where this is going, but they're acting as though it's going somewhere. They're putting in. But also being very genuine, because I don't feel like it's really so much an act. I feel like I misspoke with the act. Because I do feel like very nurturing energy, very giving energy, showing up, putting in the work, regardless, not knowing what's going to come of it, but they're still there. They're still showing up. You know, they want to move forward. We have the Star, that nurturing energy, you know, giving into this, feeding into it. And then we have the Chariot, that forward movement with that Cancer energy. Like I said, it's but like I said, still stuck in their head. You know, when the door opens, they will walk through. I feel like this person is very intelligent. And it's almost like they don't want to make a hard overhead decision. So I don't feel like this person, like I said, it's not an overly pushy energy. It's more like feeling it out. You know, when you check the ice in the wintertime to see if it's deep enough, you don't just go jump out in the middle. You just kind of walk your way out and you start hearing cracks. It's time to back up. You know what I mean? So I feel like this person is taking their time, feeling out. But I feel like at the end of it all, I mean, this person wants to make you an offer. You know, they want more from this. They want to move forward. You know, I mean, they see what they want to see. They're seeing what they think they're seeing what they expected to see, and they expected good things. You know, and like I said, I mean, this person is not rushing this whatsoever. Almost to the almost back. You know what I mean? Like too slow. I say I know what I mean a lot. I apologize. I'm trying to correct myself. But again, I mean, I feel like it's an establishment of trust. It's learning to trust their own feelings, their own intuition, because I feel like the intuition is definitely telling them. You know, it's whispering in their ear. They're just it's going out the other side. What I do see though is, I mean, Seven of Swords. You know, secretly they're very happy, even if it is moving slow. Um, no news is good news kind of type energy with this person. Like I said, this could be someone you already know, someone you work with, someone you go to school with, a friend. For others, this could be a new connection just starting up. But like I said, it's kind of that type of energy where they're not really sure if you're flirting with them or if you're just being nice. But the investigation has begun. They want to know. With this person, we have what we got here? We got Pisces, we got Cancer, we got Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. We have Libra and Aquarius. Some Sagittarius in there too. A little bit of Saggy energy. Yeah, I mean, it's very familiar as a Sagittarius. I know, same thing. Sometimes I'm just being nice and people think I'm flirting. So it's really, I'm just, you know what I mean? I had that problem and I had to back it down a little bit because I had to become more self-aware of what I was saying, because I'd be going out and I'd say nice things to people and they just took it the wrong way. Like this one girl, she worked at the store, and I've seen her plenty of times. She's a little bit older than me. Nice lady. I always see her all the time, and then she changed her hair. And I don't really even know how she changed her hair, but I assume she did it for wanting some attention or, you know, wanting to feel good about herself. So I was like, oh, I really like your hair. Next thing I know, the other girl that works at the store is asking me what my situation is because she wanted to know. And I was like, oh no. Oh no. It's not what I meant. I just thought she did it because she wanted to feel good about herself. So I thought maybe give her a compliment, you know? So I'm going to pull an Oracle card now from the classic Horror Oracle. Universe, give us a card for Libra. I don't know this off by heart, so we got Neighbors in reverse. I don't know the meanings off by heart yet, so this is a new deck. So I apologize, but I'm going to look this up. Oh, no. I thought it was alphabetical, but it's not. Like, because this is Rosemary's Baby. So I'm looking after R. But I think it goes by N for Neighbors. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. How well do we really know our neighbors, or flatmates, or coworkers, and how much do they know about us? It is possible that they see us playing a role in the design of their lives of which we are unaware. Wow, that's spot on. Are their secret ambitions born of our deception or ignorance? Trust your senses. You can tell a lot about someone by looking into their eyes. So the reverse, it's nice to be needed. Embrace your role in the community. This is really happening, is what it says. That was spot on. But yeah, I knew. I know my horror movies. Out of the 50, this has 50 cards in it. Out of the 50 cards, there was 5 of them I didn't know. One of them was Get Out. I didn't even see that movie. There was a few other ones. I'm not even going to say this. Nosferatu. I just said I wasn't going to say it, and I said it anyway. I don't know how to say that. I've heard of this movie. It was actually... 1922. Didn't this just come out? And this one, Hacks On. Never heard of it. 1922 as well. This one was Ringu, but that's The Ring. So I knew it because of the picture of the lady and then the girl coming out of the TV, which is pretty much a giveaway. I really enjoy this deck. I'm a horror movie fanatic. Not a fanatic. That's weird. I do love horror movies, but not a fanatic. That sounds crazy. I enjoy. I'm more of a supernatural, like scary movie type person, like something that could be real. Not really into gory movies. It's not really my thing. I've watched a few, but I really enjoy a movie that can scare me. You know, the Conjuring series, we've been watching those, me and Rose, and Insidious were really good. Paranormal Activity, those movies were really good. Anyway, I'm doing a giveaway. Check that out. It's on my community page. So get in there and get that done. See, I'm a big Friday the 13th fan. I always loved Friday the 13th when I was a little kid. It's more nostalgia for me because I remember watching it with my brother, and he's 12 years older. So I remember watching it with him, and it being the first movie that I first scary movie I ever watched. And he was always the one. He'd babysit me, and we lived out in the country in the middle of nowhere. So when he was babysitting, we were here late at night. He's got this movies cranked. Used to creep me out a little bit. Jason never really bothered me. I actually really liked it. Friday the 13th. I remember watching it with my cousins. We had Friday the 13th. That was one of the movies. We didn't have cable because we lived in the country. So we had Friday the 13th, the one movie, the first one. And we used to watch it so many times. It was on VHS, to tell you that how old it was. But that's what I remember. And that's what I really enjoy. It's the memories that come along with it. Kind of like my tattoos. Like I have a Coraline tattoo because my kids all love Coraline. It was kind of the thing. I have a Jason tattoo because, like I said, all my tattoos mean something to me. But it's more than just a horror movie to me. It's the memories of sitting around there with my cousins and my friends, and sitting around all getting scared, and we just watch it over and over again. Like I said, we didn't have cable, so we had Pet Sematary, Friday the 13th. For horror movies, we had a pretty good collection of movies. Trying to think what other horror movies we watched. I don't know why. You probably don't even care. So turn me off whenever I get boring to you. Friday the 13th. Nightmare on Elm Street. We didn't have the first one, which was kind of annoying. We had Jaws, which is kind of a cool, not really a horror movie, but I guess it would be. And Silence of the Lambs, we had that. I don't think we had Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. It was like big giant tomatoes on a skateboard. It was the most ridiculous thing ever. We had like Night of the Living Dead or something, or Return of the Living Dead, and oh yeah, there was this one. There was like these little black slugs, and they were huge, and they go inside you and they take over your body. I don't even know what they were called. I don't remember it. I haven't watched it again because that was just gross to me. Like the other ones I watched plenty of times since, but that one was just gross. The Shining. Twins. The Boogeyman. There's Jason. And he just looks cool, and I'm Canadian, the hockey mask, you know what I mean? It all fell in together. And I lived out in the country. It was out at a campground. There's actually a campground that looks almost, it reminds me of Camp Crystal Lake. They even have a sign that's similar. It's Cassidy Lake, it's called. But yeah, so it's just nostalgia, and that just means something. Like I said, all my tattoos mean something to me. Actually, Silence of the Lambs, got the moth. Pet Cemetery. Yeah, I don't know. It has to mean something to me. It may not make sense to everybody else, but it makes sense to me. They all have a purpose. Anyway, I just rambled on for the last 4 minutes, so be good. Take care. Stay safe.